All right, appreciate Mr. Yahuwah
Yes, sir.
for everything he has done, everything he is already doing for us in order to try to convert us over into the Benin, the children of Yahuwah Elohim. Isn't that right?
Yes,
So I appreciate that, appreciate all things that he's doing. Appreciate again those that already pressed that way to persevere to go ahead and be on there and be on red. I know it's a little different. They ready to hear some Zamar, but I'm gonna be talking to you so you get finished. I get through with that, I got a meeting. And then I had a song years ago, I want to go to the meeting. I want to be around the throne. I'm trying to get a meeting straightened, get everybody straightened out so we can make it around the throne. Isn't that right? Time for us to get to where we got to be now. Been dragging way too long, so y'all know we're going to start over here at the 14th chapter. Y'all know what Romans 15:4 typically where we usually start at, always trying to establish that base. I tell you, the world in a bad place, more than what people think. But we're gonna be making some changes. But our goal, especially though, y'all can let me see their face up there. Those are those that sitting out there that are following. My goal is to make sure I don't let you down. Every one of those in here, those of y'all up there, that's my goal, always to make sure I don't let you down. What I preach and teach, you ain't gonna believe it, that's what I live. I don't preach and teach one thing and live something else. What I teach and preach, that's what I live. And that's what a man supposed to do. Isn't that right?
That's right.
And set that standard for every one of us. And our goal is to make sure we get this thing right. Like I said, we done played long enough, messed around long enough, and your soul on the line. That's the nefesh. That's the whole indwelling of a man, who he is, the whole existent person of who you are. That's the fulfillment of you. This is what you see. This is not me. This is not you. It's some on the inside that dwell on the inside. That's what Yahushua told you. He said the Abba that's in him, he said that's who's doing the work. Now we saw Yahushua healing people. We saw Yahushua feeding people. He said, but the Abba that's in him, he said that's who do the work. So something inside of you doing the work. And your behavior, character outside, the characteristic that he described, it's something on the inside of you doing that work. And the goal is to fix that. Do like we talked about on Kamashi, what they'll call Wednesday night, which is actually the Layla of Thursday. Every Yom comes in Layla, which is the night. Layla's the night, then the day, the Yom. And we come in to try to look at that and try to consider. You're going to have to pitch it within and without. And a lot of us, we just barely worked on the outside. Ain't nothing on the outside. And then you're looking at where you really got to be. We got to get on the internal workings of a man. We're going to get it right. I'm telling you, it's getting late. Now listen, everybody ain't going to make it. But the goal is to put it out here and make it plain for everybody. If you're willing, if you're serious about it, and you'll commit yourself, then you can do it. If you ain't, that's your choice. Make no mistake. Everybody gonna be saved because they got a will to do too. The opportunity of repentance is here for everybody. You gotta sit down and make up your mind whether or not you're willing to do it. And that's something that fits you. Salvation don't fit everybody. Don't lie to yourself, it's not. I told y'all years ago, I think about 1987 or so, I heard a man preaching. I didn't understand one word he said. Absolutely not one word he said. Not one hour of word that man said. I went up there and shook his hand, he talked to him and shook his hand. That was the last time he seen me. Cause I wasn't finna sit there like I didn't understand anything he said. What you think about? I'll be honest with you, I don't know what to tell you. I didn't understand anything he said. I just didn't get it. And you know what I did? I ain't hypocrite and stay there either. I went straight on back to that street. Then I went cause somebody invited me. I went there, got through. I didn't understand anything he said. And I wasn't finna sit there and try to fake it either. When I did hear years ago, a man came back, he cried out, "No, you not, the unrighteous shall not inherit the Malchut," he said, the kingdom of God back then, and be not deceived. I understood everything he said. I went back there and I searched that book. I said, I had never heard that before. I said, I don't know what that meant. I said, he said, 1 Corinthians 6, and I tried my best to make sure I remember I had on the right. I got home, and when I got home, I got my Bible. I was flipping and find. I looked. I said, it's right there. I said, I ain't never heard that before. I was looking at my pastor and I heard that thing. I was watching, I was looking, maybe he'll say something, maybe he'll say something remotely, maybe I was just trying to wait to find out when were you gonna say something about this? Because I didn't know this. And it threw me. I was all the time, I wasn't living right. No, I wasn't doing it, but when I heard it, it pricked my heart. When they told you on the day of Ukar Shabbut, now when they heard this, man, they were pricked in their heart. That thing pricked my heart. I started to transition out of everything. I said, I gotta get out all this stuff. I said, I gotta get rid of all this stuff. I said, I got this shacking. I gotta get out all this stuff, man. I gotta quit drinking. That said, man, fornicator, idolatrous, drunkard. I said, man, this thing hit me every which way below. I said, I gotta get out of this stuff. I gotta figure out how to work my whole life. Then you here living in it, you gotta figure out how you tell somebody, man, I gotta get out of this stuff. I'm in it. This is what I do. I said, I got to do something else. I sell dope. This is what I do. I said, man, I had to unravel all that stuff and get out of it. That's why I'm adamant about a man can live right. All y'all that make these excuses, that's what you want to do. You get your mind, you want to live right. Don't tell me what you can't do. You put your hand in place. You ain't got to look back. You ain't got to drop. You ain't got to, what if I had all that? What if I mess up? You got to set your affection. I'm just set your affection. If your affection ain't set on salvation, earnestly, your affection ain't set on being with him, then you ain't gonna be able to do it. I wouldn't tell you no lie. Don't do it. I wouldn't tell you. Well, at least try. I wouldn't tell you to try. If that ain't for you, don't do it. If that ain't something you actually hear the call for, that ain't something you actually seriously trying to do, don't do it. If he touch your Lord later and you do it, if he don't, then you know what was meant for you. Isn't that right? It came back around, he saw fit, it pricked my heart. It was my time. Isn't that right? Like they said, my time. It was my time. That's all it was. It was my time. So I looked at it was my time. I made my move to move away from it, and I ain't been back. It's the same thing. Every one of y'all here and those on the screen, y'all do the same thing. It's all about what you want to do. Yeah, you'll struggle. You'll have a whole lot of things. But when you start to conditioning yourself, it gets easier. That's just like when you first start training running. Worst thing was that once you condition yourself, it just become a part of the regimen. Same thing. It becomes, guess what? It becomes a part of the regimen. It gets a lot, like he said, my burden easy and they lighter too. That's what he told you, right? So you got to just make up your mind what you want to do. So I appreciate y'all hanging out. We're going to go ahead and talk to y'all because the goal is to get it right.
That's right.
Don't let that camera hypocrite you either, handicap you. This thing, it's for real here. You got to get it right. Same thing here. Don't let these seats handicap you now. Don't let them think you got these seats, that's enough. It ain't never enough. You got to really condition yourself, make sure this thing is on the inner side. It got to be on the inside of a man or woman. I'm saying you got to do them. You do it. You can do it. You can do it with no defects too. You talk being time incomplete. You can do it without making mistakes. Don't forget any mistakes you make. When you find out what it is, you get away from it. Mm-hmm. What else I'm gonna do? I ain't gonna say, well, it's wrong. I guess I just be wrong. I ain't gonna guess I'm gonna be wrong. I'm gonna get right. Don't make sense to stay here. Don't say I wanna be saved. I'm gonna stay wrong. That's stupid. And when you leave it, you get away from it. You ain't got no business going back to it.
That's right.
Like I say, that's the principle. When you back and forth like that, you ain't even on your way to salvation. Don't even fool yourself. You can't be. He told you got to lead the principles. That's how you move to perfection. Every time you keep going back to repenting or dead works, you're not ready to be saved. I'm gonna help y'all out tonight. You're not ready to be saved. I keep messing up because you're not ready. That's not something in your law. When you get it, you lead the principle. He said you move on to perfection. That's right. You can't keep laying. He said you can't keep laying the same foundation. You can only lay one foundation. YashaYahu said other foundation. He said no man can lay than that which is laid. That's the Mashiach. Well, I'm gonna lay another Mashiach on top of the Mashiach. They can't do it. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all know when they put him in that tomb, you ain't gonna believe where they put him at. You know why? Because you can't lay another one. Till they had to, once he laid, he said, you can't lay another one here. When they laid him down, that's why I can put him down. When they laid that down, ain't nobody never laid down. That would let you know you can't lay another foundation. You can't go put it, he's not going back in that hole. He said, man, I done laid that, I'm not going back in there. For you to do what? I already laid it. That's how you gotta get your mind, set your affection. So all right, we're gonna get ready to talk to y'all a little bit. We jamming now.
Yes, sir.
Get your windshield back so you don't bust them. Oh no, I'm gonna be slinging rock. You don't wanna get hit. Isn't that right? This is Romans 15:4. Y'all know why we do that, because we're gonna lay the foundation. And get through, we can't keep laying it either. Isn't that right? We lay it down, we start building from now. Let's say, listen.
For whatever Nikatab before.
So whatever was written before.
Nikatab to Lamadas.
Y'all see that? It was written to teach us, to show us, instruct us. Isn't that right? Yes, so then when we see it, that's how we learn. That's how we know to move away from it, know how we ought to walk. So it's important for us to consider these things. My goal, or the goal, let me say I say my goal a lot of times, the goal that I feel that Yahuwah put a place upon my Lord is to make sure that we do reach perfection. But you can't reach perfection until you start looking at the different things you need to just start to outside of your conversation, outside your living, outside your action. It's just things you just got to do. You got to mature. And you ain't going to mature doing the same thing that got you crippled. Some of y'all still stay sad, sack, just different things you do. It's just no progressing in it. You got to start looking at what's going to let you progress. You can't base it off what other people doing, what other people at. You got to do like he told you on the day of Ukar Shabur, say yourself.
That's right.
Say yourself. I mean, they can be for husband and wife too. At the end of the day, say yourself. See, a lot of times you can start out one way, but Yahuwah place some things hard, really let you say the word keep coming. Everybody in the same place. I'm just being honest. You'll assume, listen, this the ball coming. It'll separate you now. Y'all hear me? He told you, don't you think? He said, I came here to put nobody together. He said, I came to separate.
Yes, sir.
He said, when I came with a sword. He said, man, he said, when I get through, man, a man, enemies will beat them of his own house. You'll be thinking, man, I should be fighting them people out there. I'm fighting you. He said, that's what I tried to show you. Listen, your own foes will be right there in your house. You be sitting around looking for something out tomorrow. Them niggas in the street, them crackers, and the whole time you looking around, it's right here in your house. Y'all hear me? He told Koski y'all before he died. You know what he told him before he was getting ready to take him out? Man, set your house in order.
That's right.
He told that man, go nowhere and fight nobody and put no sword and cut nobody. Man, set your house in order. You getting ready to move. You be sitting around here looking at other folks. It's time to put this stuff and get where we need to be at. All right, then Romans, we here 15-4 for whatever was Nika taught, were written before, were written to teachers, showers, instructors, so that through.
Endurance.
That's what we talk about, going through without quitting. A lot of y'all know that's a regular practice for you. You go so far, then after that you kind of get straggling. You kind of get hesitant about doing. Listen, when you sit down here and you hear the word, whether you live stream or you sitting here, that's your opportunity. Block everybody else out. Consider yourself. Look around trying to see what my wife doing. See where she at. I miss around, I miss her. I didn't make sure where I'm at. Y'all hear me? I got to make sure where I'm at. Everybody got to examine for that. When the word comes, that's your opportunity to examine yourself, they say, and see whether you be in the or not. Because that's the thing he's looking for. He's looking for somebody who's set up the structure that he can cohabitate with. Yeah. That's why he said it with Abraham. See, Abraham set up a structure for him. He said, I can build off what you got. That man has stability with Elohim. You need it. Most of that be honest. You toss to and fro with every wind of doctrine. Every conversation throw you. Everything you watch, you get pulled into. You get duped too much. He said, you can't be no children when you're going their way. You can't be no, he said, you toss to and fro. A child be back and forth. When you become mature in the demand, you learn, you stay one way. Y'all got me? Yes, and you can do it. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to grow ourselves, prepare ourselves. As this stuff keep coming, just like y'all see all these diseases coming on these folk coming, this just the beginning. He told you this the beginning of sorrow.
That's right.
This ain't no end of this thing. He said this the beginning of it. You ain't even saying, look at how many of y'all now, all straggling and don't know what you gonna do. What you gonna do at the beginning? Man, it ain't gonna get tight. It's gonna get real tight. And you need to get yourself settled. You know what I'm saying? On every end. That's why I told you a lot of stuff. You gotta start just looking at certain things. You just gotta start to move out your appetite. How you get yourself in a situation by your appetite. Based off what you eat. We're gonna try to listen, I got some stuff I'm intending on doing. We're gonna clean up that GI tract too. See what we're learning, and you're gonna learn naturally. You'd be surprised, a lot of these diseases, a lot of stuff, because it's stuff that's still lingering. It don't make sense to be sick, well, and sick again. When you get sick, you supposed, from that point, your body's supposed to be transitioning to healing. But Yahuwah trying to show you, you got a deeper ailment going on than what you're thinking. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to help us all out now. You assuming it's something just surface, but it's a whole lot deeper than what you're thinking. Because there's other things you need to clean up just like in your natural body. Everything we gotta, listen, we're gonna do, Yahuwah when I'm trying to find a colon cleanse. I'm on the colon cleanse I had everybody say, we're gonna take it again. Let me tell you, I'm gonna help y'all out. Listen, after that Christmas, watch how many folks finna be sick. It's gonna be an influx, and you going back to work, you're gonna be right around them. Let them tell them folks gonna do. Man, it might be my last time seeing my family, and them sick jokers gonna go right in there and get them other ones sick, and them folk they gonna get sick, gonna be right in your face. And you're gonna be down and sick, and you're not gonna recover. They put them on mute, please. Put them on mute. Put them on mute. So we're gonna try to make sure we clean ourselves. I'm telling you, it's time to clean up that track. That's why I told you we're gonna have to start changing how we eat. Because a lot of this is detriment. Listen, your food is medicine. Your food, in Koski, y'all, he told you, we gave him the lead, he said, well, for medicine. They're not giving you medicine, they're giving you synthetics. Your body not made out of synthetics, you made from the rots. Everything he formed you with from him. That stuff they made, that's chemical based. You can't use that stuff. That's why he know they take the healing. He said, I know where I made it from. So you trying to do something that makes absolutely no sense for your healing. So now we got to look at this is part of our healing, and how we eat gonna be part of our healing. That's why you got to start setting yourself up so you can get mentally strong. So whoever falls or whatever people do, that has no bearing on you. At the end of the day, because you set yourself. Right. You got to set yourself. When the man call you, that's the only thing you can worry about. So, did he call me too? Did you hear him? Right. I'm asking you. Well, if he didn't, I mean, if you ask me, he must not have called you. Right. I heard the call, and I answered the call. And that's what I'm trying to get you to do. It's time you to answer the call. We got these young people, and they got to start seeing better examples than what they've seen. They don't need to see no more failures and excuses and ball up and bad energy and bringing on them drowning, they're tearing down, ruach. We don't need that stuff now. Man, we in the fight. We in the fight of our life. Ain't that right? You got to prepare yourself, arm yourself. Arm yourself likewise with the same mind. That's how they say you're going to see. You ain't going to see if you ain't armed. You're going to wind up falling victim to. I'm telling you now. Y'all just mark time. Listen, y'all want the truth? Listen, I'm good with any one of y'all that fall away. Let me be flat up front. I got on my knee this morning and I called every one of y'all names. Every one of listen, I polite for every one of you. Whichever way it go, that's where it's going, and I'm standing on it. I'm polite for it. Y'all ain't gonna put it all on me. At some point, how many of y'all holding me up? How many I called to tell y'all to hold me up? Keep me lifted up. When I ask y'all keep me lifted up? Okay, that's all I'm trying to figure out. So when you gonna start standing? At some point, we all got responsibility. Y'all tell me what I'm eating different than you. I preach to y'all that I go somewhere and somebody, what's the guy that preached to me? We getting the same stuff. If I'm standing by, tell me how they ain't gonna work for you. It got to work. It got to work. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Done told you to mark the Talmud Ish and behold the upright. It's the end of that man, the shalom. I ain't trying to take that from, I'm trying to give you something. You beat up and tired and wore all out because you keep fighting the same fight and you're not winning. Time to change, time to convert. So then what do you want to do? Going through and not having to quit. Got tired, you can't keep being a quitter. A lot of you say, I ain't quit. You have quit, you done got that seat and you done become comfortable. Because you ain't done it, you ain't growing. You still at the same level. You have quit. Quit telling a lie, talking about you ain't quit because you here. You could be here and still quit. You ain't progressing. If you're doing it right, why you not progressing? Because you quit. Try to quit lying to yourself. Stop living lies. Come on, and through?
Then Nakum.
That's right, the consolation. That's what hold me on. I got consolation. And my consolation come in well?
The Ketubim.
Through the writings. So I can have what?
Tikva.
That's why you can't hold on. You ain't got nothing because you ain't using it properly. That's just being honest. You don't use it properly. No, you ain't gonna be able to hold on. We got our confidence in everybody but Yahuwah.
That's right.
It's time to transition now.
That's
It
right.
got late now. I had a conversation the other day. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. It ain't easy, but at some point, people got to realize, man, you got to start taking some stand for yourself.
That's right.
Listen, that man gonna try everybody. He gonna try your relationship. He gonna try you with your kids. He gonna try on everything. That way you can see what you're made of.
That's right.
Y'all got it? I'm trying to help y'all out now. Listen, we have done the same thing too long and have not transitioned. Y'all got it? So it's time for us to look at what we're doing now. Let's look at some of that third chapter right quick of Allah Shemut. I think it is what I want. Hold on, matter of fact, no. Let me get Allah Abarym. They call, no, I'm sorry. Abarym, they call Deuteronomy. I'm sorry, Hebrews. Let me see what I want. Hold on. That's it. Don't worry about it. Hold on. We'll come back to that. Let's try something. Ra Shyth. Let's get to the end of this thing. Ra Shyth 2:16. Listen.
Yahuwah Elohim commanded to Adam, saying,
He's in the hallway, he ain't in here. Y'all cut the heat up a little bit on him. I know they had it down. Y'all thought y'all finna be jumping around and dancing, I know. We done danced enough. So what we want to find, Yahuwah, and while we're looking, the existing one. This the living one right here, the existing one. I always know when I call it, I want to know what it means. This the existing one for me. Elohim, isn't that right? So one right here, the supreme ruler, the existing supreme ruler, he amar, which is he commanded Adam, saying,
from any ox of the gun you may eat freely.
See that? Ain't no charge on that. No charge. You know what that charge? That in the 8th chapter of the book of Romans, you know what it tells us at the first verse?
There's no.
That's all. We get what he just told him. We told him we're free. It's no condemnation. Every ox of the tree is no condemnation. That's why we're free. I ain't gonna charge. I ain't gonna hold that against you. Every ox of the gun, I ain't gonna hold that against you. What he told him.
But from the ox of the da'ath of Tub and Rosha,
What happened?
you should not eat from it.
What happened?
For in the yum that you eat from it,
Yeah.
you shall surely moot.
So the first thing a man and woman need to do, first of all, is you need to learn obedience. That's what you need to learn first. That's what Kaph. See, there's 1 and 12. They call it 1 Peter. Alaph. Well, they look at Peter's Kaph. What's that, 1 to 12? Okay. Let's see what it said. Listen.
To whom it was revealed
To whom it was revealed,
that were not to their nafash,
but not to their nefesh.
but it is to us they serving those things which are now announced to you by the Pa of them that have preached the tube news to you with the Ruach HaKadosh sent down from the Shamayim, into which things the Malakim of Elohim desire to look at them.
To look at them. All right, come on.
Therefore, gird up the loins of your mind.
See that? Slack. He told you the guy slack. He just told you to gird up the loin. The gird is to fasten. That's what he just told you to do. They just told you to fasten up your mind. So you know what they told you? You got a loose mind. That's why y'all mind be all over the place. You be doing stuff. You need to gird up the loins of your mind.
Yes, sir.
When they took it, when they saw it, they put it, you know, they girded on them.
That's right.
They look at what gird is so they understand it. I'm gonna tell you that a lot of times. Sometimes my mind like it be going. You need to gird up your loin, your mind.
That's right.
That's when they put a sword. They ain't gonna have that thing loose. It'll fall off. It might injure him. They
Tighten
gonna
it.
gird it on.
Yes,
they just
sir.
told you to gird up. Let's see what he told what gird is. See that encircle. Didn't I tell you what it was? They encircle a person or a part of the body with a belt or a band. Your mind loose. When Yahushua met a man, he found him. He was gashing himself. What was the terminal name they gave him for that? Terminal who? You a lunatic. You, ma'am, you, sir, are lunatics. You can't keep your mind. You're a lunatic. The man just told you to gird up the loin your mind every time. Sometimes I mean, you know why? You got a loose mind.
Yeah.
Now, listen, it's so important. That's why y'all like this with your behavior, with your attitudes and stuff. Because your mind, you're not stable. He just told you to gird up the loin of your mind.
That's right.
And that encircle
right.
about it, you got to fasten it.
That's right.
I'm going to help y'all out. Prepare oneself for something what?
Difficult.
Now I had to keep my mind ready for whatever coming. And you know what you do? Everything come kill you because you don't prepare yourself. That's just being honest. You got to prepare you. He just told you to gird up the loin of your mind. And what does he want me to do?
Be sober.
See that? Be sober. Let's see what sober is. I know what you're talking about. I don't be drinking. I don't even smoke hemp or nothing. Yeah, you could be drunk with the cares of the world, though. Yeah. Y'all drunk. That's why I start pulling me. I start getting y'all back. Certain stuff, you just got to just stop watching. Just give yourself a break. Get your mind together.
Yeah.
There be some people, you know, I know everybody say, well, I'm good. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I can watch it. It's the fact that some of y'all here, you so childlike, you just faint. You ain't in the right place.
Yeah.
Some stuff you ain't strong enough to handle.
Yeah.
That being that, you ain't strong enough to handle it. And the best way to do it is just learn how to be sober-minded. Let's see what he told. What is sober? Not affected by alcohol nor drunk. Y'all see what that is?
Yes, sir.
So look at that. Let's see what drunk is. I'm sure it's going to have something to do with not faculties impaired. Affected by alcohol to the extent of, look at that, of losing control of one's faculty or
behavior.
You tell me you ain't drunk. You transgressed the Torah. How you not drunk?
That's right.
If he gave you an order how you supposed to conduct yourself and you're not doing it, you drunk. You, ma'am, you, sir, are drunk. You drunk. See, we've been fooled and duped by, well, see, the principal thing for us when we first came in was to stop the drinking, stop the fornicating, stop all the different things that we taking over the adultery. Now we come back to learn we've been committing these acts ruagni. But he had to get us to learn them first, the principal thing. So now we looked at, well, I don't be fornicate. I don't be out here drinking and I don't be doing that. Then you find out you have been drunk. Because if you weren't drunk, then you would know how your behavior would be in a conducive way that he done told you. So you drunk. You don't find out your mind. That's why I like y'all days off. I only want to know, because I know your face will get right. Some of you don't, your behavior, the word don't constrict your behavior because you're drunk. And you've been thinking you ain't drinking wine and you've been looking at these people out here and the whole time it's you. Just like Daoud, when he was looking, he wanted to kill, he wanted to find out who was the man that had took another man's ewe lamb. He said, you the man. He let him know you the man, you the person. If the people that I got a problem with are in this room, on that camera, because we've been doing it long enough, a lot of stuff we shouldn't be having that conversation about. Everybody got to start looking at behavior, how you dress. That's why I start changing up. We're going to start dressing, you're going to stop dressing like you're drunk too. Some behavior make you too relaxed, you live like that. I'm just telling you, start living like you dress. Your behavior got to change. Everything has to change. I'm telling you, listen, desperate time comes from desperate measures. Can I ask y'all a question? Very simple question. And I don't want you to answer it where I can hear it. I'm not asking for your answer. I want you to answer your answer, and that be the truth between you and Yahuwah. Yahuwah, come back right now in this instant. Where you at? That's how much time we got to play. He come back right now. Let me tell you what you don't. You know why you don't know? Because he said, no man know the day nor the hour. Be stupid. Go ahead and be stupid. You got to after Christmas to get it right. No man know the day or the hour. He come back right now. Where you going? I want you to answer for yourself. This ain't trying to embarrass you. Those on that camera. You answer for yourself. He come back right now. If I get some stuff together, I'm proud of clothes. Where you think clothes going? Clothes going to Sheol. Your soul on the line. You know how reckless we've been, for how long we've been reckless? It's over. We can't afford to do it. Now you got to consider. How long you got to keep that behavior? Till he get back. You know how long I got to live right? Till he get back. How long I got to do this? Till I get back. So I got to set, you know the way he told me? In order to do that, he said, son, you need to gird up the loin in your mind. You can't have no loose mind. You ain't going to make it. Then he told me, I need to be sober too. He trying to tell me I need to be in control. If I ain't in control of my faculty, one of these all cool, one of these guys, or some kid, or some man gonna have me. I'm gonna be tied up in some sexual affair. Cause I'm not sober. So how am I gonna control my faculty? I'm gonna say, y'all ain't gonna lie. I messed up. I wasn't sober. We done this too many times. It's old. It's old. At some point, you got to start looking at what's the defect. You got to start looking at, you got to get sober. You got to get in control of your faculty. First of all, you got to get your mind. You can't have your mind everywhere. You can't occupy every conversation. You can't watch everything. You just ain't got the time. Time we had before, we ain't got it no more. Y'all, listen, let me tell you something. They not tell y'all that move. This JN1, I sent a text out. This stuff is sweeping the globe. This has been happening. Y'all know when it picked up right at Thanksgiving. This man done told you, I'm going to separate these families. Going to see their family at the wild, they're going to be a thing of the past. Because you know these folks going to run there and go to see them, they get sick. It's taking them out. You're going to divide them. He's going to show them, I'm finna separate them. Everything you love, you have to go back and you have to examine it. And then he's going to fix it where you ain't going to be able to love it the way you used to. This stuff finna put a divide between us. I'm just telling you now. We done played around long enough. And you know the only reason why if the people were smart, if I was a good, clean sinner, I'd get rid of all y'all. These sinners, listen, these sinners can drink liquor and smoke crack and live a long time. They dying because of you. Because you know why? You done lusted your eyes on them. These hoes could be getting double pay out here on these corners, but you the problem. If I was a good, clean sinner, I'll pop one of y'all head off. I'll be sitting right outside that door like I'm waiting to get saved. I'll knock you in your head. I said, nigga, you messing up my dope. If I get you out of here, you need to live right. You won't live right. So that man had to come along and tear down all these people because of your lusting eyes. You lust at these people, you love at these people, and you don't know how Elohim. So Elohim is trying everybody now to consider These folks would be better if it wasn't for you. These folks would be better. Y'all remember the folks we talked the other night? Was it coming sheet night we talked about when they had the Ark of the Table? When they had the Table down? What they call the Ark of the Covenant. When did them folks talk about they were sick before it got down? Them folks didn't break out with no boils and sickness until it got down. And they realized, we got to get this thing out of him. And these folks, look, Mizraim, when them folks had darkness on one side, light on the other side. When them folks had frogs coming out the water at them. When they had water that turned to dawn. When them folks had gnats all over them. When it rained down fire from Shamaim on them people. Not that you got nothing. I say, and what they told you, I got to get you out of here. My kids dying, you got to go. You, listen, ain't my problem. You got to get out of here. You to blame. Folks gonna put it together the way I realize you're gonna get ousted. You need to look at where you got your agreement with. It need to be with Elohim. I'm gonna help y'all out now. Come on back over. So, it said, therefore, gird up the loin of your law, be sober, and
you're called with all your nefesh.
With all your nefesh. For what happened?
For the con that is to be brought to
that
you.
That favor to be brought to you. When?
At the kazun of Yahushua HaMashiach.
See that? A lot of stuff you looking for. We looking. It's good to have some favor here, but at the end of the day, I need it when it come back from my spot. That's just being honest. Let me tell y'all something. Listen, man. We in a critical situation, whether y'all know it or not. We don't play too long. We don't mess around way too long. It late. I wouldn't tell y'all no kazak fault. You be a fool if you don't get this thing right. You don't play way too long. Your time done passed. All the stuff we done sat here and done, what got to be the most important for now is our salvation.
That's right.
That's right. Don't just say it's your salvation. You need to look at what all does it entail when it comes down to your salvation. Y'all got it? It's critical. This thing is critical. Y'all got it? And you got to make sure you get this thing right. So you're going to sit around, you're going to do some stuff, and that man going to come back. He going to blame some of the people in this room. Mm-hmm. He going to blame some of the people, the preachers, everybody. We got to get this stuff right. One and out here, everybody. We got to get this thing right. Listen, we finna call the whole house to session. Whole house got to get in order.
Yes, sir.
I thought, man, I want my name. I'm telling you, I call every one of your names. I went back, if I thought I forgot somebody, I went through the roll. I just pulled or start going through the roll. Make sure I don't pull out for you. I'm put on the line. Y'all getting it right tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all to see. You getting it right or you getting your walking paper.
That's
that
right.
Quick. That is. Listen, it's too late. I'm going to do you a favor tonight. You going to burn. I'd rather see you burn out there. You can't do it in him.
That's right. That's right.
If you're going to burn, you're going to burn on the outside of that door. You're not going to burn in here with us. Because I'm putting down the law for you that come from Elohim. You got to get in.
Yes, sir.
You on this side of him, you got to get in. I'm going to make you, I'm going to force your hand. You're going to get in. Mm. Anybody your friend, man, going to let you lay around and let you sit here and move and then do what? Say some cute things at your funeral? Bring some flour and toast your body? Man, I can go there and take my foot and kick that thing over. Boom! Oh, they're going to be mad. Mm-hmm. Say, listen, this for you now. They done. Kick it over and push it out. That's how I do it for I tell them. I don't want to see nobody get that thing out of there.
That's right.
Ain't nothing I can do for that dead body. Everybody can help. It's going to be nothing with the living.
That's right.
Folk get mad, they get upset. But I tell you, I'm trying to save your soul alive. Tell them before you hit that casket, it'll be over with for you. Everything you gonna get on this side. They man got nothing on the other side but mosh pot. All them folk that done made it to Kabbat, to the grave, only thing they got waiting on them is the mosh pot. Listen, all right, come on, 4. At 14, this is what he told you to do.
As the benim of obedience.
That's what hurt you right there. As the sons of obedience. That man said, I got children that obey. He just told you what it become. But look what it takes for you to do. How many of y'all have, I know how to physically raise your hand, have wrestled with. I know for me, I one man, when I came out the street, I was looking at that, man, I'm going to just live right all the time. Man, I was struggling with that music thing. I was on the ballads. I had left the rap. Snoop Dogg turned me off with rap a long time. I appreciate Snoop Dogg. You turned me off a long time. Well, that stuff been done. I ain't tolerated with y'all. We go. As long as I get irritated. Y'all ain't saying that? That won't be hear that stuff. I put you in the same category as Snoop Dogg. I don't hear that junk. He wasn't talking about nothing when it come down to him. When he tell you he sold his soul, meant, listen, we were good at that point. I something dumb with these people. I went to love song. And I went on there, I was looking at, man, them folks listening to that garbage stuff. I said, boy, this stuff so slow. Oh my goodness. I was like, oh my God, I gotta let that all the time. But then I was risk on how I'm gonna live right and how I'm gonna still hold to the word. Mm-hmm. You ain't gonna make it like that.
You're not.
You got to cut it off. You can't keep halting. He asked you, how long you gonna halt between two opinions? Those two different opinions. I'll be like, sometimes then I just need to listen to it. You hop between two opinions. That struggle, it'll hurt you. Last day I done stealing, all kinds of stuff I've been doing. Y'all ain't been doing right. You ain't been doing right. We cleaned up everything though tonight. I done thought about it, I done put it on the scale and weighed it. Everybody gotta live right. Wife gonna obey their husband. Husband gonna obey Alahim. Everybody gonna line up tonight. I'm gonna help y'all out. We ain't gonna argue about it. Ain't gonna take long. Listen, it'll be quick as you think it. All you gotta do is look stupid. I'm gonna end it for you right now. Listen, your soul on the line. What I gain at your failure? You go to Sheol, do you know he paid me, for every member go to Sheol, do y'all know he give me an extra $500? Don't you know that man gonna have to look at the teacher? Don't you know he gonna have to look at the teacher? When Kaur took of that ox, who did he come to talk to? I gotta look at the person who was teaching her. I need to know who was teaching her. Sometimes we'll be doing stuff in that gym, and we want to do something, and I look at somebody do something, ask me a question. I said, who teach you? They said, I said, who taught you that? They said, they're wrong at it. That's all I'm asking. Because I want to know who teach you, because I don't remember showing you that. That man come back, all he gonna know, who taught you that? Mm-hmm. Who told you you were okay if you transgress, you went again? That man holds somebody accountable for that, yes, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. Your son, listen, anybody don't care enough about you and don't look at, they bear some responsibility to it, don't you be with them. You leave them. Any pre-men, no, I want, Let me tell you something. He ain't gonna never give you but so much understanding. He gonna get a leader enough that he gotta be an instructor and teacher, because he gotta hold somebody accountable. That's right. He ain't gonna have every man to run out his own. He told you, he said, every man ain't gonna be teaching their neighbor. He said, I'm done. Everybody ain't have everybody teach. There's gonna be one person I'm blaming one person for this.
Yes, sir.
I got a category of people I'm gonna blame for this. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna be clean. I'm telling you, just like YashaYahu was saying, I'm gonna be pure blood, I'm gonna be pure for the dumb, all unashamed. Y'all hear me? I'm gonna do just, I'm not keeping back nothing that's profitable to you. Gotta make sure we get that thing right. Y'all hear? So that's what he told you as the beneam of obedience. Before he told you this, what he told you to do?
Gird up the loins.
You heard? That's the first thing. You know the first thing I try to do? Get obedient. How we gonna get obedient? My mind will rest between how we gonna start listening to music. Mm-hmm. I gotta go to church all the time. See, my mind was trying to go somewhere else too and do it. How I could serve him and serve that. You can't serve.
Can't do it.
Your mind gonna have to be, I'm just being honest with you. That's why y'all get him whenever, because it ain't any point. You still got some other thing. Ain't some people job, traffic, whole month. But some y'all, you got a regular practice.
That's right.
And then you trying to get something from it, but you ain't doing nothing to show what that makes you more distinct than the next person. Mm-hmm. I told you, some gotta make distinction, and you ain't even trying. Okay. All right, look up. So let's as the beneam of obedience, do not
be conformed to the lust that you have longed for while you are still without da'ah.
See that? Look at that. When I do this? When I do this?
Without da'ah.
When I'm without this. So how I do that when I got knowledge?
Ain't got no business though.
You see the gap on that thing? That's the only way I could do it. Because if I'm doing it in the other way, that means I'm willing to doing it.
That's right.
He said the only way you could have been doing this. Hey, listen, let's look at conform. In the King James verse, it said fashion. Let's look at conform. Because he told you conform before in the book of Romans. He told you, but be not conformed to this world. So he coming, let's make sure we understand what he's telling us not to do. See, stuff you doing, so you got to admit you without knowledge. And if you without knowledge, according to Romans 1 and about 25 down, he said you were the death. Because there's no way in the world you can have no ability to understand. You don't have no knowledge. Comply with rules, standards, or laws. That's tight. Because there's a law that told me I ain't supposed to be lusting.
That's right.
He said the only way you could be doing it, you must not have the knowledge. So when he told YashaYahu about them not doing certain things, how they shouldn't have any other Alahims and what they were, and they were supposed to harp him with all their heart, it was because their love was already toward other Alahims. So the only way to get them to do it, I need to give them the knowledge. See, just like in Mizraim, how you love those things and you worship those things and you adore those things, you had what is kind of like a pious about it. Well, and the pious, when these people have, it's a reverence you have toward deities. Y'all got, let's look it up. Say pious. What is it? Pious? Make a hypocrite display virtues, sincere, but unlikely to be fulfilled. Or, I'm sorry, unlikely to be filled. Adjective, verb. So it comes an adjective. So dedicate, similar, religious, devoted, or what devoted, dedicated, or reverent. This is what people have God fear. So you had a pious for those. He wants you to have a pious for him. It's time to turn and rededicate ourselves toward him. Y'all got it? It's time for us to start to turn, and that's why he told about set our affection. If he told us set your affection on things above, where your affection's at? It got to be on the thing you said without. Come and get a check. If it's above, what's the opposite of above? Did you say, what did you say?
No, I said on the rocks.
On the rock. Okay, I sound like who is, Prince will get that check. That man worked hard. That man, you've been to work today. Come on, Prince, you done. Prince, you ain't did nothing. Now she trying to throw a job in our face. Rest of us ain't got no job. Ain't nobody else got no job but Prince. That's all I'm saying. Anybody else got a job? Mm-hmm. Who else out here got a job? How many of y'all feel offended? She said, I work more than all y'all. I'm offended. So now we're starting to look at the importance of when he's asking us to do something, we couldn't be doing it. How can I be telling an obedient child you need to obey? It don't make sense. If I'm telling you to set your affection on things above, where's your affection?
On the rocks.
If they not there. So when he told us that you should have harbored the Elohim with all your heart, with all your law, all your mind, all your heart, and all your strength, what was I doing with it? Ain't no way I'm gonna be able to keep them adult. What the people learned later, what we learned through them, just like he talked about, to whom it was revealed, not unto them. See, it was revealed, but it went unto them. It's being revealed to us that those people had the Torah, but all they had was literal words wrote on rocks, on stone. It wasn't in their hearts. It wasn't in their hearts. See, that's the difference. That told her, he said, I hid it in my law that I might not. That stone didn't stop nobody from sinning. Look at that. So he learned that your affection had to change. I ain't say infection, your affection had to change. You know what I'm saying? We have to put it toward him. That's what keep me going. Let me tell you, I hear that stuff. Man, hearing, love the Lord with all your heart, all your mind. I've been with you. Okay, how that work? My heart's still right here. Don't I love him? If I ain't doing something, don't I love him? But it's when you start to consider things, situations that occur in your life, when you start seeing alternative situations and realize you so close to that situation being in you, but it didn't see fit. Oh, how I appreciate it. Oh, how I harp him. See, it takes situation things to happen in your life to teach you how to harp. Because you just said, love him with all your heart, all your mind, all your strength. How you do that? Take your heart and show me. Pull your, do this. Everybody do like that, who can? If you play it too big, do two hands. All right, so no, but listen, gotta be, but so pull it out and show it to me. Like the man told, I told her, he said, tired of, he said, I'm tired. He said, I just told him. Steve, he said, I told him. He said, man, I told him. He said, I'm tired of y'all black guys talking about how big it is. He said, man, put it in my hand. He said, he got all mad talking about what he was gonna do. I said, I guess he did. He was like, he had got all mad and stuff. Then he put his boot, he showed that 45. I said, it's a good thing he didn't do that. But the thing is, show it to me. You can't. You're demonstrating your living.
That's right.
You demonstrating in your resistant will toward the things that go contrary.
That's right.
So you got to start looking at what things he doesn't count against you, what things he don't hold against you as a debt. Like when you commit guitar, that's a debt. That's why he told him, you can eat freely. Every time he was around there doing his supposed to, no charge. Once you touch that, you got a bill. You're like, what in the world? Not for that. I charge you for that. And you look at it, you try to do this. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need you on the fire. That's why I try to tell you. But I told you before you got. See, where everybody try to all that crying and hollering we've been doing. I told you what was free. Once you went past that, that's on you. You got to pay for that. See, everything. What they were gonna say when they asked him for what they gonna do? Remember how they broke down crying? And remember how they had to pull their hand out that gate and she, no! Remember they was dragging out of that like on Color Purple? Nothing should ever. Remember how they were doing that? Them folk walked right, they already knew that. The man done told us. It's a charge for this. Y'all ain't you the crying. You ain't gonna be out there crying, ain't gonna move that man in the human mosh part. He told him clear, everything in that God done told you was free. Right. I don't hold nothing against you if you do this. But if you do anything other than that, I hold that against you. How that gonna work? I charge you on your life for that one. Y'all got it? There's a charge for it. See, it's things that we gotta sit down and you gotta consider. Listen, you gotta appear before this man one day. Y'all know that book said we must all appear before the Mashpah of Elohim.
That's right.
And you know why you gotta do that? You got to give an account.
Yeah.
Did y'all know that?
Yes, sir.
You got to give an account. Y'all didn't know that? You need to be, y'all know how much stuff you done? Let me tell you something. But how many of y'all going shopping? I'm going to add this stupid question. Nobody probably ain't never done it. Anybody ever been to the grocery store before? Stop it. Y'all stop it. You ain't never got no buggy before, have you? Hey, you ever put stuff in that buggy and you got a mental count? And when you get everything, you say, put that back. But you done grabbed it. You think in your mind, damn, I shouldn't be. And you get that, you say, oh, stop. What? You start like little thing, you're like, put that back. Take that off. Because them numbers way higher than what I thought. You ain't gonna be able to put it back in my spot. Everybody come up, you know how you be standing, he said, this lane, oh, come on here. You know, oh man, you be telling I'm good. No. You come on over here. This lane here open right here. And you know what he ain't gonna do? He ain't gonna let you do self-checkout. Ain't that right, Palm? Y'all don't mess that self-checkout out. You know, some folks get up here, he be like, you ain't got nothing on your bill. So he ain't, no self-checkout. You coming straight through there, he gonna scan that thing. Y'all hear me? The scan gonna be the Amar. I'm gonna help y'all out. You ain't going through no self-checkout and you ain't putting nothing back. You took it. You got to pay for it. Everybody here, you got to pay for what you done. See, people that think I'm a mean person, I'll be that person, whatever you want to call. But you examine for yourself. Am I telling you to make you so you can burn? I'm trying to keep you from burning. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Isn't that right? There's a lot of mess that don't feel good, but it'll heal you if you let it work and take it. Isn't that right? So as the benim of obedience, do not conform to the law. What did we find conform was? Apply with the rules. Look at that. Let me make sure you understand. Comply with rules, standard, or law. He just told you not to conform to the world.
That's right.
Well, you know, everybody gay now.
Don't conform.
Everybody do it now. How many times we done heard people say that? Look where the world at now. Y'all know why? Because the world done showed you they don't conform.
That's right.
There was a time it was so many behaviors that were unacceptable. Conversation was unacceptable.
That's right.
Man, you never, I grow up, man, you never hear girls growing up call each other bees. No. Now, B, shut up, B. And they laugh about it, just play. Because people don't conform. Somebody said, man, maybe I start doing that. They didn't listen. He told you, but we needed to see that, because guess what he's trying to teach you? That shows you that they have conformed. And I told you not to conform, but be transformed. And how you do that is by the renewing
of your mind.
I mean, and then if you renew it, according to what we learned in 2 Corinthians 5:17, if any each be in Elohim, man, he is a new. And what the old thing do? Pass away in all things. And he said, all these things become Elohim. Because you could be a new drunk. You ain't never drank before. See, that's why people slick. I am new. I ain't used to smoke crack. Didn't know. I know it, but you know what? People, he knows you always try to find a way to justify to act like you following the word when you're not. That's why he said all things are of Elohim. Y'all see what I'm saying? That's the difference. You gotta look at how you're doing. You've been reading and skidding through things, but you ain't paid attention to get the gist of it. I used to do that, read something, I had to go back, I said, whoa, what I just read? And realize you were just calling out words. You never paid attention to what you were reading. You didn't comprehend the subject matter. See, the goal, what he gonna do with us now, comprehension of subject matter is very important when it comes to your salvation. That's why he told Mushah, see that you do all things. He needed to comprehend the subject matter. And what we did, we didn't pay attention to it. And that's why you know what you did? You let them slip. He said, let's at any time, you let them, and guess what you did? You let them slip. Y'all got that? That makes sense. Them say, what is that? Therefore, we have to get more 2 and 1. Abarym, therefore we have to get more earnest heed. Let's see what that say. And let's see if it's some kind of way that might fit. How about that? He told as it is fit in Yahuwah. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. How about that? Y'all teach me. I'm not that clear. I have not the understanding. I'll let y'all teach me. How about that? Let's see how they work out. You tell me how you understand it. How about that? Listen.
Therefore, we have to pay more attention to which we have Shama.
So it's what we gotta do now?
Pay more attention.
You ain't gonna believe it. It's a cost. It's a cost. That's why he said pay. It's a cost. You know why people ain't doing it? They ain't paid nothing. You have to pay attention. That's a cost. You know what I do? Talk to me. I'm paying attention. So it costs me something. I'm not gonna be able to entertain that conversation because I'm paying attention. See, it's a cost to it. It's an expense to it. Y'all got it? Pay attention. You get them kids. That means I gotta not let anything else divert. Y'all got it? It costs you to do this. Somebody said, "What you doing? We supposed to be friends." You hear me? I'm paying attention. Y'all, it's a cost to do this. That means I might lose this friendship. I might lose this relationship because I got to pay attention. So why you pay your bills? Huh? So you ain't gonna believe it. Pay attention so you don't lose service. Pay attention so you don't get the disconnect. You know why you got a disconnect in your relationship out here? Because you don't pay attention. He told you what was free, but you got to pay attention. You got to pay for everything in those deeds done about it, and you're gonna have to pay attention. That means it's a cost. I want you to know that it's an expenditure. This help y'all out. Yes, I'm telling you, why they call it pay attention? It's a cost. I got to divert from other places. Sometimes to pay bills, I go out and do something. Man, I got to pay these bills. Yeah. Which meaning I don't have anything to give toward that. So when I'm paying attention, I ain't got nothing to fornicate and lust and tell lies and be drunk. Because I'm paying attention. I can't be no midnight run because I'm paying attention. That means I'm diverting from somewhere else. All this too complicated. That means I just be making up stuff as I'm going. Therefore, we have to
pay more attention.
Say pay more? That means it done went up.
That's right.
it done, you know how you gonna say, you said, man, that thing used to be. Yeah. He said, yeah, pay it's costing you more, huh? It's costing you more. Just like when you go to the pump, you said, man, this stuff. It's cost more, don't it? He said, it's gonna cost you more. That means I'm gonna serve more relationships. You know right? I'm gonna serve some other thing. I'm gonna have to separate. That's the only way I'm gonna be. I gotta pay more? Man, so you should start thinking, hold on for a minute. What can I cut out to afford this? Because I'm about to pay more. Is this something we not understanding? If it's more of an expense, I got to pay more. Don't typically we start looking at what we're going to cut out, what we're going to do without. So see, this don't make sense to tell you to pay more attention and I can do this and it don't cost me anything else. It makes no sense. That means I got to separate from some more things. That means I got to divert from some other thing. That's some other thing I got to serve because I got to get this. Now, people going to call it crazy, extreme, whatever, but the man just told me what the cost for I get him. Son, you got to pay more. I said, well, I used to pay to get it for that. Yeah, it done went up. You got to pay more attention. Let's see what he told you. Listen.
Which we have Shama.
Sit with you, Shama, which you heard.
Less than any time.
Less than when?
Any time.
When?
Any time.
Somebody tell when is any time? When is any time? Convenient? Is any time? I can call you any time. So you just say, oh, he said when it's convenient for me. Anytime. Anytime. That means you got to stay on guard. Anytime? That's a lie. Anytime. Because I had planned on doing something later on. But anytime. Would it be right or would it be wise to go and set appointments at other things when he told me at any time?
No.
At any time. What can I commit to on other ends? Let me help y'all out. You want to know what you can do? The problem is you've been doing too much. When I say you, me too. And you cry, you mourn, you you had faint because you hadn't realized it's going to cost you more. If you're really trying to obtain this, it's to obtain the Ruach HaKodesh is to actually take on less of possession of things and relationships with people. That's just being honest. Don't let these people fool you. Okay, I told y'all guys that. Don't listen to these people talking about they don't got no Ruach HaKodesh and they ain't lost nothing. Don't believe these people. That's not possible. That's not possible. Let me see how that's possible. How about that? 7:38. We're gonna come back to this. Now pay attention. Hold on before we go. Let's pay attention. I'm gonna finish it first. Therefore,
we ought to pay more attention.
More. Whatever we were paying before, Craig.
More.
Give me more of that.
Yes, sir.
It just went up. We agree? Yes, sir. We're gonna listen why now. But there gotta be a reason. Cause I'm gonna be looking. If it wanna tell me why, you ain't gonna have to tell me cause y'all got less supply, more demand. Y'all gotta tell me something. Don't just tell me I gotta pay more because that don't make common sense. Right. Is it the war? What is it? Right. Why the cost went up? Tell me why. I just need to know why. Let's see why. Don't go in your pocket just get nobody more because they asked for it. That's stupid. Why? When you go to the gas pump, who know why gas going up? Give me hands. That's tight. Nobody know why gas went up. They just paying for it. Supply and demand. What you got? He ain't doing a hand. Come on, get that check, big bro. Come on, baby boy. Not you, that one now for hand. Yours coming late, but since you asked you two, you and Chris. Come on. Explain your answer though. Come on.
Oh, well, I know one reason.
One reason. That's all I want. One reason. Cause of him.
The gas taxes.
Cause the gas taxes went back up.
They
Yeah. He gonna suspend the gas tax. Anybody tell me why you paying more? All that did put you back. Tell me, anybody got an answer why? Nobody got an answer why we got more? We got the war going on. Come on, we got the war going on. Yeah, then you got here, now we trick. That's two answers. Come on, get another. Come on, big boy. I asked for one, man. You just going. So, man, you still talking. We'll still keep checking then. So, you got the war going on. With that, you got the Houthi rebels. They bombing people that coming through the Red Sea. So, that done caused an insurance company. They done dropped these tankers. They done dropped all these ship line insurance that they go through the Red Sea, which have put them out a longer period of time, which costs more fuel, more time I'm out. That means I got to charge you more money in order to give you the product. So now that's explainable and understood to me to why it's costing me more. You can't tell me it ain't just up. No, it's got to be some rationale why. That's explainable. With that going on, listen, they're going to drop my insurance. They drop my insurance, I don't even have a business. So I got to go out of the way, which costed me more fuel. It's costing me 2 to 3 more weeks one way and back. So I'm gaining, I'm losing an extra 6 weeks. That fuel, man time, I'm paying these people by the day or by the hour. So you got to understand it's reasonable why the cost is going up. So I'm asking him now, I'm with you. How can we think this out? See, you ain't even thinking. You just said, pay more. Stop it. Stop it. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. Therefore, we have to pay more. Attention. I'm paying more attention. I was already paying attention. Pay more. Why? Which we have heard to what you're listening to. Why? Why though? Lest at any time we may
drift away.
Because he told you to be sober and you gotta gird the loin in your mind. Mm-hmm. It's gonna drip or slip or fall. So you got to pay more attention to make sure it don't. Sometimes people tell me, man, I be listening, and then like my mind leaving. You ain't gonna believe it. You need to pay more attention.
Right, right.
When he said, therefore, you need to tell a preacher to pray for it. See, that's why stuff don't work for you, because you're always doing some opposite of what he told you. That's not preacher problem, that's your problem. Pray for me, cause look like my mind just be drifting. Where that say that at? Let me tell y'all why y'all get no result, because y'all do dumb stuff. You don't pay attention. I try to teach y'all to key in on conversation. He just told the answer. When did he tell you to ask preacher to pray for you? So why would you be doing it? When you're sitting here reading and he gave you a limit to teach you. Know when prayer is in order and when you're supposed to be taught and paying attention. Pay more attention.
That's right.
I don't know, it's just like sometimes, like I just be, like my mind be going. So first thing you need to gird it up. And circle it well. Let me borrow something. Let me borrow you. Come on right quick, you. Come on. Come on, Dane, come. I might fight Kerry. You too, come on. Let me get you. Come, y'all. Come on, make a circle. Come on for a second. Circle. We can circle. Circle, circle. Okay, where you going? Don't move too fast. No, come on, Leon. All right. Let's stand wide first. Let's go back. You stay right there. Come on. Where you can go? You our mind. Where you can go? Start moving. No, let him go right over there. But you see, he can go wherever because nothing to hold him back. So they go back right there, and we come in closer. Now where you can go? That I want so we physically can see because we gird. He's formulating the image of the mind. When we out here in him and like that, where the mind can go, Lee? Where you can go? Where you can go? Nobody can stop it. So what are you doing? I'm gonna pray for him. I'm praying for you. See if that stop you, Lee. I don't know what's going on. I'm studying praying. Why the mind won't be still? Versus let's do what he told her to do. If we gird it up, we invest him about, now where he can go. Now it's contained like the teeth. It's good, appreciate it. See, you have to physically be able to understand what he's trying to tell you in order to get it. So your mind, now you try to say, I mean, how I do that? What's your cares on? Because he told you to cast all your cares on him. I'm worried about this person. I'm worried about that. I'm worried about them. And where that worry at? In your, probably my foot. What worry you at in your foot? What is in your hind part? The elbow. So when I got all in my mind, how am I going to gird it up? That's why I got to learn how to cast it away. And I'm just being honest with you. If you don't, cast it down. You got to have to. And a lot of them don't realize, and I had to break it to this simplistic point because we don't know. What you're doing ain't working. I keep telling people, I got people that will sit up and they root out and they fight me, and they don't know I know it. Listen, y'all don't give off a violent behavior I don't already caught. I pick it up and it just sicken me. It's sickening me. It's sickening and I got to fight you. It's a waste of my time. Because let's think about it. Let me see, what am I gaining? Because I get this check from Shamin every time you don't pay attention. He just lowered my account. He said, you doing a good job. There goes some more money. You got them niggas throwed off. They ain't paying attention. Here goes some. What is my reward? What am I? You and your family feel, what do I get? He said, this your trophy. This your trophy. You earned this. I get nothing. I get nothing off your failure. Y'all understand this? I get it though from you, Ra. You Ra just fight me back. I said, that's where you at. It's a waste of my time. Because I try to break it down to the simple point to make sure we all get it. I'm honest with y'all. I tell y'all where I'm at. I tell y'all where I've been. So you know it ain't just a fight you gone through. I fought that fight. You losing time. So in order for us to be able to do this, we're going to have to gird it up. Because start having some time, what you say? My mind all over the place right now. Because you're thinking about things. Those things are not going to profit you as salvation will. So I just got to put that stuff away. Y'all got me? I got to be sober. I can't allow myself to get, my faculty to get carried out with these things that I start listening. Well, Lord, give them that and they got that. Why he don't give me that? See, you listening at the wrong thing. You got to gird your mind up. Let me tell you something. I told y'all these people. Y'all, listen. In just a little bit, y'all finna see. All these folk y'all heart been set on. These people. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. Y'all know who ain't got no scandal on? 26 years plus I've been doing that. 26 years plus I've been on the wall. I don't want to make it no brag about me. It just don't take that long time. How many times I told y'all, all these people ain't got what they got by doing them right. I can't help it. I can't tell them why. I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised. I mean, that's why I try to tell a little that a Sadiq man got. Man, more than all the treasure of the wicked. He more than all the treasure of the wicked. I'm trying to tell y'all now. I like the way Yahuwah set things up. He allowed things to try to show y'all. Let me tell you something. In the midst of the worst that come we done seen, y'all ain't gonna believe it. I ain't doing bad. And I ain't that moving for me either. You ain't gonna believe it. I ain't doing bad. But listen, by a long shot, not by this. Therefore, we have to pay more attention.
Yes, sir. Which
Cost
we have
just went
shown.
up. Which we heard less at any time,
We may drift away.
it'll drill. You're gonna slip, you're gonna miss it. Let's see how we do it right quick. 738 right quick. Yahuchanan. I want to see that free Holy Ghost. I want to see that Holy Ghost you get, man, and don't cost you nothing. I put 7. Let's see 37 since we're down. Listen.
And it came to pass on that last Yom,
It came to pass on the last day.
the great Yom of the Muhad,
that big day of the Muhad. What happened?
Yahushua stood and cried out, saying,
What he told him?
if anyone thirst,
Do what?
let him come to me and drink.
Throat dry, tongue like it's white, lips all white. What did he tell him to do though? I'm thirsty. What happened?
One who among in me, as the Katab said,
That right there gonna start that right there. Now folks ain't all that thirsty. Cause you believe everything other than the book. He know it'll come. That's a muhard. See, in a muhard, people drinking the second chapter of the book and the second chapter of the book of Yahuchanan. That was a muhard too. That was a wedding.
that's right,
And you ain't gonna believe what happened.
drink it.
They wanted what? They wanted something to drink. There's nowhere where they had a muhard and nobody wanted nothing to drink. It's a muhard. And he just told, if any man drink, this is the seventh chapter. You ain't gonna believe it. They already knew about him from the second chapter.
Yeah.
The man just made wine. I like to get some. He said, well, a month on me just like it written. Yeah, I wait till I get home and get something to drink. See, think about it. They already knew about me in the second chapter.
That's right.
The man made water. He turned water to wine. Right. They already knew about it. Why wouldn't they pay attention when he hollered it? I already know about you. Man, your fame went out.
That's right.
That you took water and dipped and said, take that, and your wine was better than the one we were drinking. Well, anybody thirst come to me, it's a line of people coming. He said, well, man on me just like the Katab said. Yeah. Try to show him, you're a hypocrite. You don't want to come with no restraints. People want to serve, but you want to serve without restraint. You can't serve without restraint. Now, why you gonna tell me to gird the loin in my mind? Cause I can't have no restraint. When they came along, when he gave them the Torah, the law, instruction, direction, what did he put around the heart? Who? Say it louder. What would the rope for? There got to be some restraints, man. You got to teach people restraint. Everybody just can't run up on it. He put the rope, and you know what he let them know? You touch it, you're gonna die. Any man, woman, child, or beast touch it, you're dying. Because it's been put out. You need restraints when you come. That's your problem. You done came in and think you can do what you want to do. That's why you ain't going to be saved. You want to know why you're going to be saved? You won't take restraint. It ain't matter because you don't get it to, man, I'm loose now. I do what you want. No, you've been doing what you want to do. You're going to do now what I tell you to do. It got to be some restraint. Like he put him in the gun. Listen, it got to be some restraint in here.
That's right.
If you touch it, you're going to moot. You get a tour, if you come up and you touch it, you're going to die. These folks not ready. One of mine's on me, as the Kitabim, the Qatar scripture said, from his belly
shall flow Naharim of Kai Ma'im.
On the ground. That's where it coming from inside. Listen.
He said this about the Ruach, that those who among in him would receive.
What happened?
Because the Ruach was not given before
the one
Yahushua.
that'll believe on him, the one that'll believe on him, we're gonna get this. What happened now?
Those who among in him would receive, because the Ruach was not given before.
It wasn't given, so why you gonna come up there and gonna tell them about getting it and they ain't given yet?
Was not given before Yahushua was Kabul.
He just gotta die for you can get it, and then you ain't gotta do nothing to get it. Just makes sense to me. He gotta die for you can get it, and you ain't gotta give up nothing. Your stupid self. Quit being stupid. Why the man got to sit here and die to give to you and you ain't got to give up nothing? That make common sense to you? I'm living my best life. Whatever you need, God's got it. Quit being stupid. That man ain't saying die to give up his life for you get it and you just keep doing what you're doing. It gonna cost you something. Whew. Boy, we in bad shape.
Bad shape.
We're in bad shape because we don't understand every strength to this thing. And that is important for us to come back to consider. You can't get to where you get to going and you lose sight of the reverence that you're supposed to have for Elohim and for the things of Elohim. So to get people in a perspective of understanding the importance of following the directions, he took the most valuable thing from a man to get him to see it. Who know what that was? Hands. That's tight. How about your life? Your life. Why do you think he put your life on the line? That's the most valuable thing you got. That's the only thing every living man, every living woman, every living boy, every living girl got that you actually possess, your life. And he said, I'll take it from you. That'll be the penalty if you transgress and go against what I tell you. Your soul, your life attached to this. And you're going to pay for the things that you do. That's why I said we got to appear because we got to give an account. We got to come before the register. This stuff has got to come up and you got to meet this man for what you're doing. And you need to know that nobody's been your friend. Nobody been a carer for you and they hadn't told you that. You need to know this, that you're going to give an account for this and your life attached to this. And he's only taking it from you because you needed to know the value of his word. To know that you telling me that if I do what you say and I don't go against it, I can live. Yes. But if I go against it, which is to transgress it, if I fall short with me and I miss the mark, I'm going to die? Yes. Your word powerful. Your word life and your word death. That's how I learned it. Your word is life. Your word is death. And I needed to know that. I need to know the value of it. That if I believe the word, let me tell you what I'm going to say. S-H-O-M-E-R. Shomer. You don't have to look it up. S-H-O-M-E-R. How many of y'all know what that is? That's somebody that looks over the dead until they bury them. Y'all dead people. That man gonna bury you. Now Yahushua came here to give life to you. Ain't nothing you can do when a person dead and you bury him. That's it. That man came to restore and give back something to us. He came back to give you life. We lost it. We lost it. We missed them all. The penalty and the severity of transgressing his Torah had come in effect for all of us. Listen, the end of all things are at hand. But he's going to make man suffer. All these people who live lavishly and these folks live sumptuously, these people have done their thing, these folks have played. It's time for them to pay. Listen, it's time for every one of them to pay. Listen, the world ain't never seen that. You ain't never seen a time where your president, your former presidents, senators, Congress people are looking to go to jail. Celebrities, athletes, all looking to go to jail. These were things that people like you and I, everyday people, had to worry about. Now they looking at it. Epstein, 179 hidden files. They said we'll just give him 150. All these folks in suits coming up. Rudy Giuliani, he was called the mayor of America when 9/11 happened, mayor of Atlanta. He was a federal prosecutor. He the first prosecutor ever prosecuted the mob. Most of y'all too young, you wouldn't know that. This man went after the 5 families. Listen, successfully, got him incarcerated. Now he went to get tried for January the 6th, insurrection. sued $146 million. He lost that case. Now he filing bankruptcy. You can file it. They're going to still go out there good. But see where they messed up? They gave him too much time. He a crook. It's just the fact they're going to break him for everything he got. He was the man responsible for putting people in jail. He was the mayor and the president attorney. And now you looking at, you finna go to jail. He taking everybody, all these folk people love. He done took it down. I guarantee, listen, not one of these people break my heart. I care for none of them. Let me tell you what I am. I'm my own man. Yeah, I think my own thoughts, I say my own words except for what he told me. Nobody controls me. Y'all hear me? None of these people control me. None of these people, listen, none of these people play a part in my life. None of these people control what I do. I kiss nothing on none of their bodies. I'm putting nothing in my mouth. Y'all understand me? I'm not holding my ankle and see can I make my butt cheek flop out like chicken wings. I'm my own man. I've been sticking with one person. I got one boss. I don't love none of these people. They be talking about we don't love these hoes. No, I don't love none of these people. I do a heart these hoes because I want them to be saved. All these folk, they gotta fall down. Cause you know why? Y'all don't put your eyes on them. Them folk, I could tell them folk they do. Donald Trump, Puff Daddy, all these folk, if they were smart, I put a pipe to your head. You the problem, cause you the one that loved them. They wouldn't fought if it wasn't for you. Yahuwah let you put your heart on these folk, and he had to take them down in your eye. Under this shamash. Not one of them hurt me, not one of them, listen, ain't nothing changed them. Listen, this how my life live. Do you understand not one of these people affect my life? Listen, they don't change a car, get something. Listen, I don't sell a car, I ain't hurt. None of these people control my life. All of them go to jail. Not one of them affect me. Not one iota bit. That's Greek. And not 1 yard. That's Abarym. That's the smallest. None of these people control my life. My heart ain't never been in none of these people, from the politician to the athlete to the celebrities to none of these people they got here. These folk gonna crush a lot of y'all heart. It's all you got. Y'all love these people. Y'all done pray to these people. Y'all worship these people. All of them gotta start coming down. Truth be told, them folk coming out with statement on them ain't the problem. Y'all the problem. I know the problem. They pay me, I tell them. As soon as they pay me, I said, that them nigga go. Chase y'all nigga. With everything they got, chase y'all with all their heart. I can tell them, I said, I know what your problem is. I can help you. I ain't got to read your poem. I said, I'm going to take you straight up where the problem at. Them folk that call themselves Abarym, y'all don't love them too hard. That's why he told you, set your affection on things above, not on things on the rise. Because you're supposed to be dead. I'm Shama. I'm watching over you. I'm watching over you to the burial. I'm trying to tell you, I'm watching over you for your burial now. That man coming back in, you better make sure you die right. Only way to die right, you got to live right.
Right.
I can help you. Y'all ain't gonna believe it. I can pray for you and you'll live. I can pray for you and you'll live. I'm trying to help y'all out. A lot of y'all be sick. I know y'all run them hospital. Y'all gonna run on down now. And you know what happened when you come back from the hospital? You didn't notice you sicker. You ain't gonna believe what he told you. He said, in among you sick.
Called a Zakanim.
He told the cop, you ain't gonna believe it. I just haven't been a Zakanim. He said, a prayer that I pray for you, he said, you will live. And if you commit any qatar, you ain't got a doctor on that planet can do
Come on. That's right.
Listen, when he get through doing that surgery, get you up. You know what I do? I'm right there when you recover. You come and recover, you say, I made it. I said, you still a sinner.
Yep.
Me and everybody who hold my position, we don't want to pray for you and your sin be removed.
That's right.
All doctor did was brought you back to give you more, when you account more sin, you still gonna burn. I can help it, listen. I can pray for you. You'll live. Now some of you gonna try to go make a sickness. Don't try to make one. The man will tell you what to do. Let me tell you why we ain't getting no better. Look at my members. They know it. They go to the doctor. And why they come back? They sicker. You know why? You ain't did nothing he told you. He told they're not all of mine. It can't keep. Let me tell you what. The doctor you to work for real good. That's not what he told you though. Why y'all think y'all still sick? Because he never told you that. He told you what to do. He said, if any among you sick, call for the Zakanim of the Adar and let them anoint you with oil. And the plow of the Sadiq shall heal you. And if you committed any qatar, it shall be forgiven you. You sicker than what you thinking. That ain't just no physical sickness. You sin sick. I know why you sick. He can't do that and you still live. When Yahushua told you what he came to do, he told you he came to open the blind eye. They said, we blind. He said, no, you see. That's why your sin remains. You don't open your mouth to be smart, and then you stuck with your sin. And I'm going to get my old granny to pray for me. Now you really going to die. See, this man done told y'all what to do. Nobody believes him. I'm trying, why you think you ain't going to get it? He just told you how to believe on him. As the Kitab said. What did the writing say? That's all he told you. He said, let them pray for him anointed with oil. He said, my prayer going to hear you. And then at best, at least get your sin removed. But because you say you see now, your Kitab remains. I'm going to take some more stuff, and you getting sicker and sicker. Pick me up right quick, son. Pick me up at 30. Say that YashaYahu 30. We all over the place, damn one. Y'all in transgression. Don't make no mistake. Yes, you in transgression. Don't be sitting looking stupid. This ain't new. You knew that, but you done got comfortable. They done gave you all kind of, now the folk got y'all on asthma medicine. You ain't had asthma before that, did you? You keep trying to tell her. Listen, these the last days. If we keep doing everything they do, what's the difference? We do everything they do. Why you think ain't nothing changing for you? Nobody trusts. And then you're going to try to do it, you don't even believe. He told you that the Palau or Amunah. All you got to do is little bit. It make no sense. The lead the doctor, they send you out the folk don't know what to tell you. Your doctor sound look in your eye and say, what you think wrong with you? What that when your doctor asks you, what you think wrong? Oh, y'all like, I had one, what you think? I said, I can't come back here no more. You ask me? I know I wouldn't have came. They trying to tell y'all, listen, you're in a bad situation. See that 30 and what, 30 and 12? Hold, that's tight right there. Make it 30 and 11. You hear me out who they call Jeremiah. This too will have you in violation. Yes, you're in violation. Folk done give you all kind of COVID test. And where you at? Man, tell you ain't got COVID. You ain't got flu, you ain't got strep. I don't know what's wrong with you. I know what's wrong with you. Before we read that, give me that 5. We'll get there right here. Give me right quick. Give me your code 5. That's what about 5 and 12. Your code. They'll call it James. Yeah. Your code. Let's see 5 and 10. Let me see. Let's see what it said. Listen.
Ma'akim,
my brethren,
the Nabaim, who spoke in the Shem of Yahuwah.
The Nabaim. And the Ba is a spokesman. That's a spokesman for Yahuwah. Huh? That's what you thought. You need a molecule. You need Yahuwah spokesman. If he gave you opportunity, tell me what would you do? Ain't that right? Before you heard that line, you didn't know what to do. Listen.
As they are to you as an example of suffering and patience.
You know what I do? I was watching a movie about that guy, how he was suffering. That thing built me up and just made me strong. Because you're a sinner. Because you're a sinner. Who he just told you was an example for you? I seen that guy on that TV show. That thing, that encouraged me. That's why your life in the problem is in now. Because you don't pay attention. I'm reading with you. Come on.
Behold, we count them Barak, which endured. You have Shama of them.
Not these for him. You know who they count Barak? Sean Puffy Combs. Man, I named this after a utensil. Isn't that right? A hair care product. A comb. At least call yourself a brush. He wouldn't have felt it would have been for y'all. I already know what the problem is. You the problem. The man I told you, he said, we count these folks what?
Barak.
See that? You know how everybody, they count them. You know, you see somebody suffering, you don't want to be like that. You want to be like somebody ain't going through, ain't suffering. He said, man, we consider these folks right here Barak. Because we know why they suffer. We know what they live in. You worry about these other people. These folks you don't love one living nothing and you still put your heart on them.
Yep.
Oh, they know they have. These folks, I know they lie. They'll lie to me. Y'all are lie, but you who will see your love and I'm loving every minute of it. Taking on right for your eye because you're so stupid.
That's right.
Come on.
You have Shama of the endurance of EU, and you have seen the outcome of Adon, of the Adon, that Yahuwah is full of compassion and kindness.
See that? When I suffer, I know one thing. He got to have compassion on me. Y'all know that? Y'all what? He got to do that. You know how he told me that? About the 49th chapter, I think it is, about the book of YashaYahu, you had to get it. He told me, he said, listen. He said, can an aim forget her suckling being? He said, can a mother forget her son that breastfeed? He said, then again, she may forget. He said, I won't forget. Man, I engraved you on the palm of my hand. Huh? He said, I couldn't do that. He said, because Zaun, we say he had forsaken her. Them people realize, he said, I can't forget about you. I got to have compassion. Man, that mother, she breastfeeding that baby crying. That baby hungry. What's she going to say? Man, I ain't got time. I got to sling this tit around out here in the street. She said, no, that baby hungry. I got to feed that baby. That's my child. I got to feed him. I got to calm him. See, when I go through, he got to come to see about me. Who's seeing about you? Folks ain't going to see about you. You got to put your cares in the hands of somebody that care about you. You got to get yourself in the hands of somebody that see you as a being and not as an enemy. Y'all got it? That, when he saw Yahushua, he told that man, you know what Yahushua said? You don't forsook me. He said, man, I can't do that. And look, he let his situation, think about it. Once you're dead, what they say? You're done. I can't got him out the grave. Let you know, listen, ain't no situation I can't come get you out of. It's one thing to deliver you before death, but when I come get you after death, he said, can't, give me all he can do that. Not just you dead, because it been folk died and got back. You went to the funeral, it been folk them found before that hadn't took up, them found folk that got back up. He said, go show me one that got in the Kabar and done it. I can't got, listen, I want you to know, ain't no end. Nowhere stop me from coming get you. He said, man, I engraved you on the palm of my hand. Listen, I went to where you had no idea. Listen, they're beyond your limits. Let me tell you, people have fallen dead and gotten back up, resuscitate. Got to the hospital, put it there. There's a lot of folk, just a day or two, them got folk have gotten up. He said, show me somebody got out from the Kabbalah. After, listen, there ain't enough to put them in. Roll a stone in front, a large stone, and put 2 guards in the front to keep him out. He said, I come and got him. Why y'all think I'm standing? Well, your God got limitations. Why you serving him? I got somebody to come all the way and get me from the grave. They can block it and put guards there. He could come get me. He said, man, I had compassion on this man. EU was at the point of death. He didn't see that. That's one thing that can happen with anybody. He said, let's look at this done. This man came down, took him down, laid him in a grave, put a stone in front of the block and 2 guards, and I come got him. Let you know, man, ain't no end to what I do for you. Possibility for you are endless if you serve him right. You just ain't been serving him right. Because you've been thinking dead and done. He said, that didn't. And then I let him stay for 3. Man, but listen, even when it came to last, you know, he said, they said, by now he stink. Yeah. That man said, man, loose that man. Loose him and let him go. They're like, take it off. A lot of y'all in here, you got on grave clothes. And it makes sense because you're in grave danger. All right, listen.
But above all things, Ma'akim, do not Shaba, neither by the Shamayim, nor by the Arats, nor with any other Shaba. But let yes be that is to you, yes. Is anyone among you?
Let me say that. See that? That's what you've been. You been here swearing for God. Swearing on your grandmama grave, your dead grandmama grave. He tells you don't do it. We would look, how many of y'all when we were little kids, we just say that swear. I said, we just swear to God, hope to die. Where we get that stuff from? They taught you as a child to transgress. He said, no, because you ain't got no power again. You don't have no power over no grave. You ain't got no power on no shaman. What are you doing? He's the only person to do that. Somebody got authority. That's why he said when he could swear. He said, I swore by, I have authority to be able to do that. You don't have no authority. You need authority. You just going to do what you want. They got something saying authorized only. You need to have authority to go inside there. You don't have no authority over no grave. You ain't got no authority over no shaman. Shut your mouth. He said, all you do is beg. You say yes or no. That's all I can tell you. Swear, give me yes or no. That's all you getting. Can I get a little something on it? No. Yes or no. Come on.
But let yes be that is to you yes, and no that is to you no, lest you fall in the hands of Dan.
Who?
Dan.
Oh, judgment. You said Dan for judgment. See that? He said you're going to come up in the judgment for it. See, all that we need to learn. You didn't realize some stuff you've been doing. You shouldn't have been doing it. Come on.
Is anyone among you that is suffering?
What you want me to do?
Let him palau.
You said let him do what now?
Let him palau.
Let him palau.
And who would benefit his lob?
And who would benefit his law?
Let him tahala.
Let him tahala.
Is anyone among you that is sick? Then he must.
You said go to urgent care.
Then he must kara for the zakanim of the assembly, and let them palau over him, Mashiach him with oil in the
Pouring
shem
oil
of
over him.
Yahushua.
In the shem of Yahushua?
I'm sorry, in the shem of Yahuwah.
Of Yahuwah?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
And the palau of the Amunah shall save the
It
sick.
ain't just the palau. First of all, they got to have stability to do it. They need to have stability. That's what we knew about Abraham. He staggered not. I wouldn't let nobody be praying for me and they're not stable.
That's right.
They can be a elder, Zakanim, but you're not stable.
That's right.
All that make a difference. They need to be stable. Which means that, don't forget, this ain't gonna work for you unless you gotta believe it now, just like it said. Y'all wouldn't happen to know nobody that's a Zakanim, would you?
Yes, sir.
That's stable?
Yes, sir.
Stop lying. Well. And what'll happen?
And the palau of the Amunah shall save the sick.
Do what to him?
Save the sick.
What'll happen?
And Yahuwah shall coom him up, and whose kataim shall be forgiven to him.
I feel so Altalin. Whatever you need, God's got it. That's your song. God's got it. Ain't that right? That is just sick. This just got in here tonight. Let me tell you something. I ain't trying to force you to do nothing. You do what you want to do. That's why you ain't got no battle. That's why you keep transgressing. That's why you keep going back. It's even bigger than your sickness. You still got your kataim. Because we hadn't learned yet. And see, I'm just telling you, I'm not against going to no doctor, but why we don't ever do what the man told us to do first? He showed us a woman that went for 12 years, spent up everything she had, and she got better. Not that she came and seen him. Go figure. Trying to help you out. Let me tell you something, what he doing now. This man is trying to pull us back. We got to get all the way back. We ain't been all the way, just being out, we not all the way back. Because we keep doing things that go contrary to what he told us. He said, I can heal them. But the folks got a mind on it. I know. See, this don't work. We need to see lab jacket. We need all the machines in there. That's how it's supposed to work. The machines, them folks spend a lot of money for that stuff. It gotta work. Then you got the room, then you got the nurse and a dietitian coming down, and a social worker. Man, that stuff gotta work. It gotta work. When the man just told what you do, he said, I been had a plan for my people. So, cause if he can't do this, there's nowhere in the world he can save you. Because he lied on this, he had to lie on everything else. And it also showed what you believe, which you've never believed. Because had you believed, this been there, you just sat back and you got comfortable, and that's what you done. Now you're going to say, I'm going to start believing. But you can't just believe for the situation. You got to believe it. Because he said, lo, I come, the volume. Don't go pick up page 137, believe that. You need to believe 1 through 37. All the way to the end, it don't work. I'm gonna help you out why it don't work now. Cause I know you what they call motorized coon. That'd be called a slick nigga. Motorized coon. Y'all got it? You's a slick nigga. And you'll play, and that's why you still in your situation. At some point you have to get serious. That's how I'm trying to help y'all out. And I wrote this tonight, by the way. I called a guy, and we got a guy, and I wrote this, and I did it. This is what else he told you to do. 16.
Confess your iniquities before one another.
So, I thought, but see, Come about, how you me. Come you man, anoint me, pray for me. Anoint me, I go. Ooh, I'm better now, can ooh, Lord gave me, I ain't even got to talk about it now, 'cause he done forgave me about it. What did he say?
Confess your
You know,
iniquities.
guess what? He said, wait, there's some motorized coon in there. There's no way I'm letting them get away and think they ain't got to confess. See, caught him up again. My boss smarter than you. See, the guy went, that's all I got to do. I ain't even got to confess. If he pray for me here, I'm good. He said, stop it, coon. Motorized coon. You going to have to confess. He done told you, because with the mouth, with the heart, what man got to do? And with the mouth, is made unto what? So you see where we both play a part in your healing. Get where they done stop that. Pray for him and then ran out. It don't work. It don't work because you never confessed it. $59.1. YashaYahu. Come and get rid of my time, Fellman. No, I want 59.1. You think it's 50 acres, you think I'm gonna cry loud. Spell not. Lift up my sound, my call. YashaYahu, they call Isaiah. YashaYahu, 59.1. Let's see what happened.
Behold, the hand of Yahuwah is not shortened.
I'm gonna show you why 58 ain't gonna work. I'm gonna just show you though why I don't. No, you good, because it would seem like it'll fit in, but I'm gonna show him where, I'm gonna show him it's not gonna be fitting for this one. Let's show you somehow they work. Matter of fact, we'll do 58 and 1, just to show him 58 ain't gonna work with where they finna go this time. 58 and 1, right quick. I don't be scared, I just show how they work for you right quick. 58 and 1.
Yes, sir.
Matter of fact, don't even worry about 58 and 1. Stay 59. But I'm gonna come back to 58. You know why I'm gonna do that? Just for GP.
All right.
Listen.
Behold, the hand of Yahuwah is not shortened from saving, nor his ear
They think
heavy.
he got alligator on. Yahuwah ain't got no alligator on. He ain't no alligator. He said, my arm not short, I can't save him. That's why they'll go everywhere, because you know they thinking he got alligator on. That's why you won't do what he told you. Y'all don't believe, see, you ain't said it, but you serve like that. You serve, he got alligator on. He can do some stuff, but some stuff you gotta be practical. So he said that, he just told you, he said, my arm ain't short, I can't save. Listen to what he told you.
Nor his ear heavy from Shammah.
Man, he got everybody caught. I don't even want to bother him. I just, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't want to bother him, so you just don't ask. He said, that's what we're going with. Because I ain't got too much going on, I can't hear. It's some people I don't even pay attention to anyway. I can hear you clearly. Let's see what the problem is.
But your iniquities.
But is a word called, that's used for rather?
Yes, sir.
What is?
Your iniquities
My iniquity?
have made a badal between you and
So
your all.
it had come in and put in a kaph. The kaph of the that's the wall. And your alphabet it show you that's the wall. So that you don't put a from your ta'im. It's a wall. So it's separated between you and Elohim so that
And your kataim have hidden his pani from you,
and
from
now,
Shammah.
Listen there. And what has happened?
And your kataim
Your
have hidden his pani from you,
has hidden his pioneer from you
from Shammah.
from hearing you. That's tight. So when Yahushua was up on the two, I'm trying to think about from the 6th to the 9th hour. What was going on? It was what? Kashak. What is Kashak again? Darkness? I wonder could they see his face when he was up there from the 6th to the 9th hour? Because it was dark. I wonder, he was hiding his face. What was he up there for anyway? He not no liar. He not no liar. That's why he darkened out on them. Because they sin, he was trying to let them see, this is your sin. See, he keeps trying to show you why stuff working out the way it's working out for you. It's because your sin. Y'all people been sinning. Palmer said it best. Some of y'all been sinning. I know my money at. Y'all been sinning. Oh, I know where I know where my money at. Y'all been sinning. Oh yeah, he trying to let you know. You wanna know what your problem is? You're a sinner. And it's working out the way it's supposed to work out. That's why it's dark and gloomy for you, because you've been sinning. Oh, yeah. I ain't not going to come on try to put and tell that lie. Tell the truth. You're a sinner. You've been sinning, and you ain't confessed it. You confessed enough, but you go right back to your same rut. So he darkened out to let you know you've been sinning. He let you know you've been sinning. That's why I hit my face. You remember then I remember, God the matter. So who in here know the book, like, pretty knows, I ain't talking about no preacher. Who know some of the book? And I can't, you know something? Huh. You want to come down, I'm going to have to call you. I'm going to blame some of the people in this room. I'm going to blame some of the people in this room. That girl waved her hand like she finna call him out the cloud. It ain't you. It ain't you. What you got going to house, Riley? She said, I know that book. Thank you so much. I mean, she was ready to preach that thing too. No. So it's so important for us to really look at this, understand. And I appreciate those just saying no. Because I remember when he was up there, I try to remember, they were asking him to do something when he was up there. What was it? What they asked him to do? And did he come? You ain't gonna believe it. He couldn't hear them. That's why he wouldn't come down. He couldn't hear them. See, in the 52nd chapter of the book of YashaYahu, he said, behold my Abarym, which is my slave, my servant. He shall be high. He shall be so high. That's why he couldn't hear. They kept telling him, come down and we'll believe you. He couldn't hear them. It was because they could talk. See, that way they kept talking. They said he saved others because they thought his arms were too short. They thought really short. They thought it was restricted because remember he had the nails. See, it's stuff you don't know. The alligator, I had to say it be funny. Honestly, they were trying to say his hands were restricted. Because remember he was nailed. So the judge was trying to say, let him come down. Save yourself. He said, I could. He said, but it's your sin. I got to be up here. It's because your sin. That's why I couldn't do it. See, your iniquity, that's why I had to hang up him. They didn't get to understand. See, if you don't have, you're going to need to get you a teacher. You're going to need to get you a teacher because there's too much you don't know. There's too much you really understand why. See, had he come down, there was going to be a problem because I just told you I could, but I'm only up here because of your kata. So I can't come down. So when you telling me about coming down there, then you trying to look at my face, I had to darken out to try to get you to understand that there was a separation between us. And you kind of understood it if you had been done what your Abo supposed to do. Because see, they were supposed to, it was one time in a year, they were supposed to explain about Mizraim and why they kept Pesach. You were supposed to tell it to why they kept it because the Benin didn't know. So the only way to tell you about it, I said, well, we keep this because we came out Mizraim and we had to keep it. What was Mizraim? That was a place we was in captivity and they kept us. How long was y'all down? Over 430 years. So what happened? Well, he sent down stuff to them, and, plagues. And then what kind of plagues? And when he put it, it was a kashaf. Darkness. So the whole land was dark. No, it was just darkness for the people that were doing wrong. So when they looked at it with dark, you ain't gonna believe it. We're doing wrong. You're gonna need to get you a teacher. Right. I could pray for you and you'll live. That's right. Go figure. Listen. So let's finish hearing this out. See why 58 won't fit.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
For your hands are defiled with dam, and your fingers with iniquity.
Talking about when we sat here and Pelosi washed his hands. And what he told us? He was innocent. And then the people did what with their hands?
It'd be on us and our Benin.
So the people didn't watch, that's why they couldn't. Pelosi washed his hand. He said, I am pure from the blood of this man dumb. They said, his qatar be on us and on our, See, everything he's telling you, it had to be manufactured. It had to happen. That's why he had to let the blame be on it, because they chose him. So he said, this is on you. Unto whom it was revealed, not unto them, but it was unto us. See, for them, they understood exactly what happened when they got there. That this was talking about us. He harped our boat, that he chose their seed, that dumb was on us. Okay, listen.
Your lips have spoken falsehood. Your tongue mutters wickedness.
Tell me when they asked for some witness at the last, they brought 2 false witnesses. Come on. I'm reading this with y'all for the record. I'm just reading this with y'all. So I'm learning like y'all learning. Come on.
No one kara for Sadiq, nor any pleads for Amat.
Nobody asked for righteousness. Nobody even pleading for Amat. Come on.
They trust in emptiness and speak lies.
See that? Come on.
They conceive mischief and bring forth iniquity.
See that? Y'all see that? Come on.
They hatch adder's eggs and weave the spider's web.
Yes.
He who eats of their eggs moot, and that which is crushed hatches out a viper.
Come on. And you know, he told them later on, he called them a generation, a Tuladaf of vipers, a Nakash, which are snakes. He called them that. And even, I'm sorry, Yaqab Yahuchanan called him that. He told him, he said, you Tuladaf of Nakash. He told you, who did warn you to flee the wrath to come? And yet, he got it from him. That's why he told him. He said, you hatched them. These are your kids. Baby snakes. Come on. Y'all don't look, you ain't gonna believe this. Do y'all know anything about rattlesnake? Rattlesnake, hand, rattlesnake, rattlesnake, rattlesnake. Tell me something about them. They got a rattle. Yep, I'm gonna need that check too. It's rattling, that's a fact, and that's a fact you'll need that check too. Come on, Rod, tell me a fact. They come out already out of hunt. That's every snake. Come on, Rod, I need a check. Give me something distinctive. Their young are more venomous than adults. That's why we're looking at you. Rattlesnakes are one of the few snakes. Their young are more venomous than the adults. So he told them about hatching these eggs. Your kids are worse than you. There's some things you do need to know. Come on.
Their webs shall not become clothing, nor shall they cover themselves with their works. Their works are works of iniquity,
Yes.
and an act of violence is in their hands.
See that? That's what they're about. Come on.
Their regal run to Rosha,
Their
and they
feet run
hasten
to
to
Rosha.
shed innocent dung.
And they hurry to do that too. Them folks couldn't wait to get that man up there. You know what? When he told you he wrote it and he put a title on it too, because so many people were coming. See, he used that against you. When it was something negative, you run to it. If I holler, it killed my holler, fight, fight. You know what I mean, folks, for the job it is, you gonna, anybody gonna say, y'all, who fight? Who are they? They heard it was a hanging. Them folks, they rushed to get there. He used it to you. That was the trap. He used it. It's called a snare. He told you I'm gonna use the man for a snare, for a gin and a trap, and for a recompense. Because it came back on you. Come on.
Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity.
Thoughts of iniquity. Probably why you need to gird up the loins of your mind. Come on.
Devastation and destruction are in their highways.
Uh-huh.
They do not know the Durak of Shalom.
They don't know the way of peace. Come on.
And there is no Sadak in their tracks.
ain't none of them just. Come on.
They have made their paths crooked for themselves.
Woo! You ain't gonna believe what he was telling about when Yahushua came, when Yahuchanan came. He gonna make the crooked path straight. So you need to know that. He told you with your path, you need somebody to make your way straight. Hello? Because straight with the gate and narrow was the way. See, I'm telling you about your path. So when you recognize these people, you know what you're gonna call the people? You're gonna call them to repair the breaches. Hello? Why you think we were looking for him? You were told that a highway was gonna be there. So you didn't have to keep going the crooked way. They have no idea. He would told you paid no attention, did you? They go ahead, Benny. You paid no attention to nothing he said. Come on.
Whoever treads on them does not know Shalom.
Come on.
Therefore, Sadak is far from us,
Oh, goodness. What happened?
and Sadiq does not overtake us.
Listen.
We are called for Aur, but behold, Kashak for brightness.
See
But
that?
we halak in
They
gloom.
done got Kashak for brightness. Come on.
We grope for the
What was crazy about that? Because you know what they called him? The sun. And it got dark. They called for the sun to be hung. And they wound up getting darkness. Go figure. Listen.
We grope for the wall like blind anashim. We grope like those who have no
Look at that. Come on, like people ain't got no eyes. Come on.
We stumble at midday as in the twilight.
You ain't gonna believe it. From the 6th to the 9th hour. That'd be 12 o'clock. They were stumbling just like it was nighttime. That's when the Shemash supposed to be this. That's why he had him up there. He was the sun. They put him up at the highest point. They put him on the place of a skull. He was at the highest point. Come on.
Among those who are vigorous, we are like the moot anashim.
Come on.
All of
Other
us.
people got vigor. They can move and go. You sit around like you dead, like y'all serving him. I watch it. Y'all look dead. We're going to make changes out of the night, though. Come on.
All of us growl like bears
And do what?
And moan sadly like doves.
Prince told her, y'all get home, what you do out there? Baby, baby, baby. I knew a named Nikki. Yeah. I see you. Come on.
We call for mashpat, but there is none.
Ain't no judgment. Come on.
For salvation, but it is far from us.
It's far from it. Then when he was sitting up down, that was salvation. You know what they were looking at? That's a long ways off from us. Listen.
For our transgressions are multiplied before you.
Our what now?
Transgressions are multiplied
You
before
said
you.
they adding up?
Yes, sir.
No, they're multiplying. This is not addition. This really moved. They multiplying. Listen what happened.
And our kataim testify against us.
Oh my goodness. That's how they were gonna come back. Their sins had testified against them. When they put him up there, that was the testify. He was testifying against them. Listen.
For our transgressions are with us.
You saw what now? We don't know where they at.
Our transgressions are with us.
And what else happened?
And we know our iniquities.
What we know?
Our iniquities.
581. Same book. Y'all ain't gonna believe that. If I were to go and enroll in one of them colleges, one of them universities, I attended the University of the University. I was watching the game, the football, and the man kicked through the pylon. Listen.
Cry aloud.
Cry how?
Aloud.
And do what?
Do not hold back.
And don't hold back.
That's right.
And this is what he told me.
Raise your call like a
raise your sound.
Like a shofar.
Just like a shofar, just like a trumpet. And do what?
And declare to my arm their transgressions, and to the Beth of Yaqab their kataim.
59 and 14. Listen.
Sadak is turned back, and Sadiq stands far away.
Yes.
For Amat has stumbled in the street, and uprightness is not.
Come up a little bit. What I want, 12, 13, that same book, 59? Uh-huh. Come on.
12.
12,
yes,
listen.
Sir. For our transgressions are multiplied before you.
Our transgression multiplied before you.
And our kataim testify against us.
And our kataim, our sins testify against them.
For our transgressions are with us.
Our transgressions are where?
With us.
They're somewhere else?
With us.
And what happened?
And we know our iniquities.
That's why you need 581. They already know what they've been doing.
That's right.
They already know what they've been doing. He said, they already know what they've been doing. He said, just tell them, but they already know what they were doing. Mm-hmm. That's what he said, you cause a call to the house of YashaYahu. He said, you're not going to a people that's hard of hearing, nor they got a problem understanding your speech. These people already know what they're doing before you get there. Huh? Mm-hmm. Did they tell somebody need to tell them? I'm ignorant.
Nope.
I mean, I hope preacher, I don't know what I'm doing. Quit lying. Why you think you got so much trouble? Because your sin with you. And you know what you've been doing. Oh, don't he catch up every time. Just when you think you done got away. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water. Don't do it. There's a shark in the water. So it's time for it to get right. That's the matter of the fact. It's time for it to get right. Y'all go ahead and send out that Zoom code for them, for those member cards. I got to get ready to move forward, and that be too. YashaYahu.